すべてのドラゴン族はこの壺に封印されます。
Hi, it's your local dragon lady here with an episode of the Dragon Capture Jar where I take a random dragon card and just talk about off the cuff. So here is my lovely jar and let's see what it's caught this week. And this week it is a link monster. Yeah, links. The cards that we have a love-hate relationship with. It is the Borreload dragon. Speaking of love-hate relationship, this card is insane. Some people debate which is the better card, the Borreload or the Borrel Sword. Most people will say Borrel Sword, but I'm going to go against the flow on this one. I think Borreload is the stronger card. I mean, it's a 3000 attacker, so it's a very strong beat stick. But the secondary effect, I think, is what makes it so powerful. It doesn't matter what your opponent controls. When this card attacks, it can steal your opponent's monster, and in the end phase, it goes straight to the grave, and it's non-targeting. So, as I'm sure many of you are aware, that I am a Blue Eyes Chaos Max duelist. So this card is probably one of the biggest weaknesses that deck has, and I've basically designed my deck to defend myself against this guy as much as possible. So I use Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, I use a Borg the Mega Monarch, I have Kaijus, anything to get rid of this guy. And there's a bit of an inside joke with me with the locals, you know, anytime people use a Borreload, I say burn it, or I say, oh, I hate this card, but I mean, I totally understand why people play him. He is, you know, the effect and the strength, and he's not that difficult to get out either. And the greatest irony about this, despite this card being one of my biggest enemies, I actually summoned him myself. I built a deck, a Blue Eyes Guard Dragon Danger deck. There's some dangers in it, so I guess it still qualifies as a danger deck. And on my first turn, right away, I was able to get out Borreload Dragon, and you know, I could laugh at it after the duel, right? I said to my opponents, and man, I feel dirty. Just, you know, here I am. I designed decks to get around this guy, and here I just did, you know, I just built a deck to get him out quick and easy and abuse him. So I guess that's sort of a character flaw for someone like me, you know, a Chaos Max duelist. But no, I don't really play him that often. I mean, I'm a non-meta duelist, so yes, you can play him in non-meta decks, but the one that I played that incorporated this card, I guess you could call it meta-ish. You know, it does greatly resemble one of the top decks at YCS, so it's not a deck that I'm going to play very often. I want to play it at least once to say that I have, but I've gone back to my non-meta ways. You know, I like to play different decks. I want to try to get more creative and get other monsters out, give other deck types a chance, you know? So yes, Borreload, like, he looks pretty cool. He's just basically, well, a machine gun with wings. All the Borrel dragons, they have that. One of them, I forget which one it is, basically has a gun for a head. I think it has a face under the barrel somewhere. But yeah, but if you were to look at the usefulness of this card, it's insane. A lot of extra decks use it, and any time I use the Borg the Mega Monarch to nuke my opponent's extra deck, he's the first one I go for, obviously. And it doesn't even have to be with Blue Eyes Chaos Max. I mean, he can absorb any boss monster that your opponent has, so yeah, I almost consider him a staple in the extra deck, so long as if you build a deck around to, you know, to be able to use him, to get him out, because not every deck can, but if you can, oh yeah, get him out and look at your opponent's reaction. So I pose this question to you guys: what do you think is stronger, Borreload or Borrel Sword? So yeah, leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Like, which one do you think is better, and explain to me why. So yeah, so this is your Dragon Lady saying, be a good sport, play the game, not the fame. See ya. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and click on the little bell for notifications. You can also check me out on Facebook. Link is in the description below. Happy dueling!